Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me for yet another Sunday. And it is the continuation of the series that I started about 4 weeks ago, today being week 5, about Card Making for Beginners 101. For the second and third week, I demonstrated the embossing folder. And last week, I touched a bit on the die cuts. I did show you several types of die cuts and explain what it was. So if you want to just go ahead and just backtrack, you will find the video before this one talking about the die cuts. Today, I plan to incorporate the embossing folder and the die cut to show you how you can transform just a simple plain piece of cardstock into something really beautiful and attractive. So again, if you do enjoy this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you will not miss the future videos, because I believe I have maybe about 5 more to come roughly. So you'll be able to keep track and just follow step by step. So to begin, I wanted to show you, I have again a special order, 2 different, same family, 2 daughters. So I wanted to try to, it's kind of similar, but I tried to do things that made it, them a little different. So what I did was, here is the embossing folder I use for this one. I hope this doesn't give too much of a glare. It's like a floral pattern. And then for the second card, I did this one. This is more like I think it's a wave, or I cannot remember what this pattern is. But what I did was I actually mounted them on a piece of black cardstock, so it would just give a bit of a trimming. Now, this is an example, of course, how you would use the cardstock with the embossing folder. That's what it is. Yes, so I did that. Then what I also did, I have a happy birthday die cut, which I used, and I got 2 happy birthdays. I know it kind of looks wrong side because of how it is, but for each card and each color, I do have the happy birthday. And I also have some letter die cuts, so I just cut out the names, which I'm going to go ahead and get stuck on in just a moment. But I did most of the work because this is a little lengthy, and I didn't want to have the video, with too much, it might be a little overwhelming. However, what I did was I left, because one of those, sorry, I don't mean to jump over my own words, but one of the cards that I have, I am going to be doing flowers. So basically I'm going to demonstrate the one with the flowers and get everything done on one, and the other one is pretty much the same. It's just different, not flowers, is balloons, so just to save time, we will go ahead and get the one done. So I did leave a die cut leaf so I could actually demonstrate the die cuts. And again, the die cuts give the same dimension, so no matter how many times I use this, it's going to be the same dimensions. So here goes. Let me go ahead and cut out a couple of green leaves. Again, most manual die cutting machines will have instructions as to how to place the plates, so don't even think that that's a major issue. So yeah, it will have everything you need, how you need to stack the plates, everything. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and cut out my first set of leaves. If I can, oh, there we go. I thought I lost it for a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out perhaps maybe 2 sets of leaves that I'm going to be getting into the bouquet. So as you can see, it's inside here. So I'm just going to go ahead and punch it out with my poker tool. Say this, these are little tools that are very handy, so I'll try and touch on these little extra tools that does help. So most die cuts have like little holes in the back, if you can see, and then it helps you to be able to push out what you just run through the machines. You just have to be very careful because some of the die cuts are very intricate and they can actually break easily. So that's our first one, and I'm going to go ahead and get the other one done because we just basically need two. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and punch out the last bunch of leaves. Oopsie. So again, this was a leaf die cut, and this was the happy birthday die cut which I used. So let's go ahead and mount everything. So I have pretty much everything cut out and ready to go so that the video will not be too lengthy. And of course, for the inside I have just a thin gold trimming, which of course is what was requested. So I'm just going to double check and see. So I think okay, 21st. So I'm going to mount this. So I'm going to just put everything together, and then you will see how the card will turn out. And that's the beauty of card making. Things that look just pretty plain, you can have them coming out looking like so gorgeous. Okay, so I have stuck the inside. So that's part of how I personalize. So this is entirely the words of the person who ordered. Okay, now look at how plain this is. Now I'm going to start putting them on. So I'm going to mount this on, so you see how it actually does change things. Okay, so the first transformation. So we went from plain Jane to an embossed background. Now I'm going to start adding the stuff on my matted embossed background, and we'll see how it comes out. So I will be talking about fun foam, but this is one of the ways to add some kind of dimension just to elevate your die cuts as well. And this die cut was actually a mason jar that I do have, that I cut out, and I just used the fun foam at the back so that I can get the flowers and the leaves to just be under. Okay, so it's coming together. I also use some gems, and these are all things that I will be talking about later. So far you see the leaves are right there. I'm trying to kind of get everything. Now I have those flowers. I'm going to go ahead and stick those at strategic. Look at this. See this? Isn't that pretty? I mean, it is just so pretty, just transforming a simple card, blank piece of card, into something so beautiful. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the happy birthday in, and you shall see exactly how it comes out. It's coming together. There you go. See? See? Yeah. I am loving this. I am loving this. This is the final product. Again, this is a combination of die cuts, starting off with the mason jar, the birthday, the word birthday, all those other extra things except the crown, which I did from a stamp, and those flowers were already pre-made, and of course the gems, but the leaves are all die cuts. Then the background for the embossing, as you see how you can tie in embossing and die cuts to create a really beautiful card. So this is the first one, and this is the second one. This one is with balloons, and of course I positioned the name differently because I kind of wanted to give it some kind of a, something a little different. So this basically are the two cards that I created using die cuts and embossing folders. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again next week for week 6 of Card Making for Beginners 101. Bye-bye.